will talk about 8 incidents relating to the improper disclosure and security of personal data. And these 8 incidents involve organizations in various sectors, including medical services, travel agency, security service, insurance, retail company, airline services, as well as a government department. So, owing to the deficiencies of the organizations in different aspects, which resulted in the improper disclosure or unauthorized or accidental access, processing, or use of personal data, these organizations were found to have contravened the relevant requirements under the PDPO. Let me do a brief recap of the relevant requirements under the PDPO. So, pursuant to a DPP 3, of Schedule 1 to the PDPO, it stipulates that personal data shall not, without the prescribed consent of the data subject, be used for a new purpose. And for new purpose, we mean any purpose other than the purpose for which the data was to be used at the time of collection of the data, or a purpose directly related to that purpose. As for DPP 4, of Schedule 1 to the PDPO, it stipulates that all practicable steps shall be taken to ensure that any personal data held by a data user should be protected against unauthorized or accidental access, processing, erasure, loss, or use. So now moving on to the first case scenario, it concerned a medical diagnostic center which failed to take adequate security measures, resulting in the leakage of patients' data. So our complainant in this case, he went to a medical diagnostic center for an ultrasound scan. And after the scan, the doctor did not log out of the system before he left the examination room. So he did that because he wanted the patient to be able to tidy up his clothes first. So as a result, the complainant who remained in the examination room was able to read the information of other patients displayed on the screen of the ultrasound machine. So, and the personal data disclosed include the English names, complete Hong Kong ID card numbers, as well as the brief medical histories of a number of patients, including the complainant himself. You'll be able to see on this screen a screen capture of the screen of the ultrasound machine, basically. Here, you'll be able to see the names of the patients, their Hong Kong ID card numbers, as well as the brief medical procedures, like the organs to be scanned or the diseases suffered. And upon our officer's intervention, the center adjusted the orientation of the screen to avoid it from facing the patients directly. It also stopped showing the names and Hong Kong ID card numbers of the patients on the screen. And it installed movable partition to cover up the screen as well. And the center also revised their operational guidelines to require the healthcare professionals to first log out of the system before leaving the examination room. It also enhanced staff training on personal data privacy and conducted regular privacy risk assessments. So requiring staff members to first log out of the devices that contain personal data, it may seem like a very minor operational step, but this incident illustrated the importance of keeping that in mind and implementing effective measures into one's daily workflow. Moving on to case number 2, it concerned a travel agency which distributed group e-tickets, which contained the personal data of all tour members. In this case, the complainant provided his personal data to the travel agency, and then the tour guide provided tour members with a copy of the same group e-ticket to be presented to the local customs authority during immigration procedures. And that e-ticket contained the full English names as well as the dates of birth of over 30 individuals. And that 30 individuals included those of the tour guide and also all the tour members as well. So in the end, every tour member was able to view the personal data of others. You'll be able to see on the screen a redacted copy of the group e-ticket with, of course, redacted the personal data already, but you'll be able to see on the left-hand side the English names of all the tour members, and on the right-hand side the dates of birth of these tour members. And this incident stemmed from the tour guide's failure to recognize that the airline had actually included the passengers' dates of birth on the tickets before he distributed the e-tickets. And upon our intervention, the travel agency instructed the designated contact person of each subgroup to dispose of the group e-tickets. It also implemented several remedial measures regarding the handling of group e-tickets, and that included the standardization of the format of e-tickets. So under the new protocol, only the flight details and the passenger's name and their e-ticket numbers would be shown. And also, they have e-tickets customized for each tour member, which would only be supplied to the tour guides after review. So group e-tickets would no longer be distributed to tour members. And also the travel agency strengthened its internal controls as well as staff training. Moving on to case number 3, it concerned a security service company who disclosed car park tenant's phone number to another tenant. So in this case, the complainant was a tenant of a parking space in a residential estate. And he received a call from another tenant, let's call that other tenant, tenant A. And tenant A asked the complainant to go to the car park to properly park his car so that tenant A could park in his designated parking space. And when arriving at the car park, the complainant discovered that the security guard on duty had disclosed his mobile phone number to tenant A. The security guard wrongly disclosed the phone number of the complainant to tenant A pursuant to a request of tenant A, basically for tenant A and the complainant to directly handle the parking issue so that he needed not be involved. And upon our office's intervention, the security service company took measures to remedy the contravention, including formulating guidelines and procedures regarding the use of personal data so as to prevent the reoccurrence of similar incidents in the future. Case number 4, it concerned an online registration form of a medical institution, which improperly disclosed the personal data of over 100 individuals, over 100 registrants. And the personal data disclosed included their names in Chinese and English, phone numbers, email addresses, and dates of birth as well. This incident occurred because of the negligence of a member of staff of the medical institution. That staff failed to update the view summary of responses function in the settings of the online form, and that in turn allowed registrants filling in the form to gain access of the data of other registrants using the view summary of responses function. After learning about the incident, the medical institution stopped the use of the hyperlink to the online registration form, and it also removed the form from the website. And the institution also undertook that in the future it would apply the correct setting of the view summary of responses function before uploading any online form to the website for use. For case number 5, it concerned a government department which posted a letter to our complainant regarding his notification of change of address. Upon receiving the letter, the complainant found out that the subject line of the letter, as well as the case number, were visible through the envelope window. But it happened to be the case that the case number is also his Hong Kong ID card number. You'll be able to see on this slide an extract of the envelope. So in the subject line, we have redacted the complainant's Hong Kong ID card number, but it could still be seen through the envelope window. As for remedial actions, this incident actually arose from the failure of the staff member concerned to follow the department's established procedures of folding letters. And the staff member was also not aware that the case number could be viewed from the envelope window. So upon our office's intervention, the government department took a series of follow-up measures, for example, by reminding the relevant staff members to follow the established procedures. For case number 6, it concerned an insurance company which used documents containing personal data as recycled papers. So this insurance company used copies of resumes and Hong Kong ID card numbers that were intended to be disposed of as recycled papers. Because the documents printed on these recycled papers were sent to other companies, so the personal data contained therein was leaked. Upon our office's intervention, the company interviewed the staff concerned, and explained the severity of the incident. It also emphasized that similar incidents should not happen again. And the company also issued a notice to all staff members instructing them on the matters to take note of regarding the use of recycled papers and the disposal of documents containing personal data. In case number 7, it concerned a retail company which accidentally disclosed members' email addresses when sending promotional emails to these members. So when sending the emails, the company erroneously filled in the email addresses of the members in the recipient field instead of the BCC field. So, and that revealed the email addresses of over 1,000 other members to the recipients of the emails. After the incident, the company sent letters of apology to all those affected, drawing their attention to the wrongly sent email and requesting them to delete the email as well. And upon our office's intervention, the company also implemented remedial measures for the email sending process. So, under the new protocol, if the staff member sends an email to 2 or more external recipients, then the BCC function would automatically be adopted. So, moving on to our last case scenario, it concerned the scripting error in an airline's membership account system, causing leak of personal data. So our complainant in this case, he was customer of an airline. And after the complainant logged into his account using his own email, somehow he saw the personal data belonging to another customer. The airline admitted that the incident arose from a scripting error of a vendor during the update of the membership accounts system. And the script erroneously read some special characters, for example, underscore or the percentage sign contained in the email addresses as wildcard characters, which resulted in the linkage of one customer's account with another customer's account with a similar address. So, for example, assuming the two customers customer A's email is abc@gmail.com, and then customer B's email is a_c@gmail.com. And because of the scripting error, the system would have treated their two emails as the same. The PCPD directed the airline to formulate guidelines and procedures to ensure that its vendor would include the checking of these special characters in the test plan for any enhancement of system, and to establish and put in place measures to ensure that additional review of scripting or similar protocols would be carried out by the vendor when a system enhancement with impact on personal data is performed. So, the Privacy Commissioner urges organizations to enhance their employees' awareness of personal data privacy protection and to promote good work practices. With the rising public expectations of personal data privacy protection, organizations do have the responsibilities to regard the protection of personal data privacy as one of their core values. And they should also build a working environment that embraces the protection of personal data privacy and data security. This would not only ensure compliance with the requirements of the PDPO, but is also conducive to enhancing customers' trust in their organizations. And the PCPD would like to make 6 recommendations to organizations of all sectors. Recommendation number 1, to incorporate the protection of personal data privacy into the core values of the organizations. Number 2, to enhance the awareness and capabilities of employees to protect privacy through training, for example, by giving training specific to each job position. Number 3, to develop clear and easy to understand work guidelines, procedures, etc. Number 4, to adopt technical security measures, for example, the BCC feature, which we've talked about just now. Number 5, to regularly monitor, assess, and improve compliance with data security policy. And finally, to develop a comprehensive data breach response plan.